Same here. So, we enter back in. With Gavin actually in the group this time. Feeling better. So, where we left off last time, you guys successfully rescued a halfling from inside and unsuccessfully stole a yeti. Thankfully. Depends on what your goal was. And where we ended the session was you guys on this icy bridge leftovers from the cavern here, where the floor has fallen, but this part has not yet, and this is where we left off. Well, you guys walked across it the first time. Yeah. No, that's fine. Stuff happens. That's fine. So you run on, Kelly. You'll get up to about here, like with everybody following you. As you turn the corner, you hear a growling or of some sort as a big hand grabs the edge here and lifts himself up. All you guys are up there with him. Yeah. But what you saw before you ducked back around the corner, Kelly, he seemed to have. No, you saw it, but he seemed to have some kind of reindeer of some sort in his one hand. Almost like he just got back from hunting. Uh, well, it depends on what he says, but real quick, you guys hear lumbering steps towards the entrance. You guys only have a few seconds before he starts. Okay, so it is very it's slick, but not slick enough for you to fall off. As long as you're not being no, you guys. Only one person has climbing gear. Remember, he was putting the pittance down for everybody else. Spiky toe. Well, uh, so yeah, as you sprint across, you guys noticed that one, you hear a growl from the door, but as you guys sprint across, dragging the halfling with you, You notice you're on top of a cliff overlooking the area where the Yeti mother is taking care of the baby. Uh, in fact, no, I'm not to say you hear growls from the door. I want you guys to all make stealth checks because I want to see if he notices you guys run across. Nick, you clicked the wrong thing. Yes, you clicked strength save, not stealth. Okay. Hey, don't worry. You still rolled better than the rogue. uh, don't worry. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. One. He could just have lower dex though than you, and be a really. Yeah, you have a 5, and he doesn't. So yeah, I mean, what rogue doesn't take stealth expertise? Come on. But yeah, I almost never take him as. Anyways, you turn as you guys you guys get up enough that you guys can hide around the corner from this thing. As you are right there, you see forgotten that he doesn't seem to have noticed you, and he's lumbering off this way with his kill. Yeah. they, why would you? I'm the DM. No, I we are. I feel yeah. You should not shoot babies. That is wrong. Exactly. Exactly. And it will soon be on my YouTube. Exactly. uh, but yeah, after a few seconds, you guys hear sounds from this way, sounding like he's coming in that way. You got, you guys are, you guys are only like 15 feet up this cliff here, so anything coming out and looking up will see you up there. It you could always. I know Gavin saw. Forgotten saw him head this way over here, so you could always have one person back up and see if you could see him, or just. That's okay. You can move through allies if they don't force you not to. Like, if they're not moving, move them. But as you can see, you can't see this Yeti. It seems to have been. You guys came from down here. There's another path to the right. From your looking at it, it is a foot thick, but you don't know how strong that foot is. Yeah. What was that? I think he's just where you guys are going to end up. He just ran there and expected me to have a Yeti attack him if there was another one. Okay. uh, I'm going to assume that Neo is carrying the per halfling. So wherever he goes, the halfling goes. Either one of you. It's either one of you. I just chose one. Oh, there. There. Now the halfling is on you. But okay. Yeah, no. I don't think there's any limits on that. Yeah. Well, no. 20 feet and 20 feet is Dale. Every square is 5. Like he should have fallen quicker, but yeah. He's a very he's a very light person. Uh, uh, but go ahead and move yourself over there then. Yeah. Yeah. I will. I was making sure he. I don't think you overly weigh too much that this is gonna cause issues you going over. You weigh 245. I mean, he's a Goliath too. Yeah. So you guys get down and get out without any issues. You hear what sounds like almost like conversation and Yeti echoing from the cave, but they seem to be sounded from that room. Yeah, the one that only very few people ever can speak. So what's the plan? Are you guys going back down the hill? Gil is with you. I just didn't have his token here. And since that cave was a dead end, he mentions, well, our last companion must be further up the mountain. She might. That the halfling is shaking, but it had finally stopped shaking from being let go. Uh, she looks up at you guys. Thank you guys for rescuing me. I have no idea what those yetis would have done to me. I just wish you guys could have gotten here sooner and saved Mokingo. Uh, Garrett. Garrett. Yeah. I just. I hope. I hope our last companion. Hope she's just as safe. What? I assume Garrett would have. Assume Garrett would have told you we were up here on an adventuring trip and we were ambushed by the Yetis. Oh well, when Garrett led up the one, the second one snuck up and Mokingo died fighting it, and they grabbed me. I didn't see where our other companion ran off to, but they took me to their lair where you guys found me. That gave me to their little one to play with before they got rid of me. I didn't see any more. I'm gonna grab you guys and move you back to the big map. Ah, no, but it does work on Tressums and imps. Nasty. That can see invisible creatures. Yeah, you really like slobber chops, don't you? And moving on. So what's the plan? You are continuing up. Okay. So as you guys leave the cave, the sounds of the Yeti fade into the distance. You head back up. You head up the mountain. As you continue upwards, you come to the edge of a vast and deep crevasse, with nowhere to go but down. A collapsed tent lies half buried in the snow near the precipice. Jutting out of a nearby snowbank is a pair of leather boots. Next to this grim display, a figure in cold weather clothing sits in the snow, her knees pulled tight to her chest. Horns protrude from underneath the figure's four-lined hood. You do know the last companion was a tiefling. You can do whatever you want. Yeah. Again, you could. I don't recommend it, but you could. They're a dime a dozen. They're only like 18 gold. Yeah, so he can already repay it. I mean, uh, oh, and sorry, great swords are 50 gold. Don't throw that. You're going down after that. But yes, Garrett is with you, and he looks over your guys' shoulders and says, Asterix, is that you?" No response. It the tiefling is at the top with you guys. It's looking over the edge. The edge is like just a sheer cliff. The tent and everything is up there near the edge, but not on, like, not off the edge or across or anything. As you walk, as you walk closer, there's no movement, and as you like reach out to maybe feel like to shake or anything, as you touch her, cold, ice cold. And maybe as you touch her to shake her, her hood slides down. You see some frost on her hair, and her teeth is clenched. She looks like she was huddling for warmth and just couldn't make it. You see the halfling like start to tear up a little bit, them freezing on her cheeks. Yeah, you tell somebody that just watched one of their friends be dead not to cry. I mean, bodies don't typically work that way, but oh, the guy. Garrett speaks up. No, no, Nick meant the guide is what he said. Um, the guy says, "You guys have already done so much for us, saving what you could. If you don't want to take her down, I understand. She was an accomplished wizard though, so maybe she. I noticed you guys have a spellcaster. Maybe he could use something. Make it so her death's not pointless." The only real things you notice on her is a bottle of some potion and a leather bound book. Write for that, write her name on it so if I ever have to look it up. I also a rake and shrubbery, just so you guys have an interesting picture there for me. What do you mean? Oh, they don't know. They don't know. Anything could happen, Nick. Tiefling, which is in D&D, Nick. A tiefling is basically somebody who is half I think it's only humans in 5e for tieflings. It's ASMRs that could be any, but basically half human and half devil or demon. It's they are frowned upon typically in a lot of places, but Ton Towns wouldn't really care. Everybody's just here to survive. Uh, yeah, I personally like tieflings, but like I said, not all people are as understanding to tieflings. Yeah, no, yeah, 100%. Depends. Yeah. I mean, I don't. According to 5e nowadays, according to 5e now, and I agree with this, no race is inherently evil. You could be culturally evil, and that's typically what Drow are, but you don't have to be born evil. And I agree with that. Uh, like I said, typically culturally evil is a different thing. I haven't watched it yet. I haven't watched it yet. Well, there actually used to be a debate in D&D, like second edition or third edition. Technically, kobolds were inherently evil back then in the monster manual. Therefore, a paladin coming across baby kobolds would be compelled to kill them because they are evil. That's not a thing anymore. D&D it's basically done away with you are inherently evil. You are typically and culturally evil, but you are not inherently evil from birth. Therefore, babies are safe until they get corrupted and see the black moon, and then you have to put them down. No, in my homebrew world, there's three moons: a white, a red, and a black, and you can only see the black one if you're evenly aligned. Oh no, I know, but 5e it's very open ended. Anyways, you got the book. I gave you the name, so if you ever ask what like is about it, I know where to look. It it sticks to the ground a little bit just from the cold, but it does shift. It's very stiff, but it's not like frozen 100%. Like you can move her. It's just very stiff. Rigor, yeah, rigor mortis says. Yeah, only one of you guys could fit on her at most. Come on. Uh, this, this is all jokes. You should not use a corpse as a toboggan. Anyways, yes, the body is light enough. Astro- Moving on. I would not be sideways like this. Uh, moving on. She. You're right, but I'm trying to help you guys. No, I don't even care about the story. If you guys stay up here too long, a Yeti might investigate. Uh, but no, as I was saying, the body is stiff but can be moved, and she, as a spellcaster, tended to be slight build and whatnot, so she is pretty light in your arms. And typically in 10 towns, as you everybody who lived here would know, there's not many people of that power to do stuff anyways. You guys are kind of in the boonies. That no, that's Baldur's Gate. That's Baldur's Gate. Yeah, and Luskin. Um. Anyways, yes, you. No, you are fine. Uh, Garrett nods at you thankfully as you pick up the body. So we should probably hurry down before those Yetis leave their cave. They're only going to be occupied with their baby for so long. Uh, so everybody good with heading back down? Okay. So the trip back down the mountain is pretty uneventful. You go back through all the areas you guys have been through. You guys pass the Yeti cave right away, and there's still sounds inside, so you kind of just go forward quickly. The body would probably be tied to one of the two bigger ones as you guys go back over those perilous climbs that you guys came across coming up. Uh, as you like, it's yeah. Well, the halfling can walk now. It was just a cave. You can if you want, because she does move, little sister, but she does move a bit slow. But that's up to you guys. You guys, yeah, you guys. Uh, uh, ah, um, no problem. Uh, there's your nat 20 of the night, by the way. No, no, you can't just roll and then say, "I want to use that roll as a perception." Uh, no. Uh, big, be a big surprise. Divination wizard that uses a bow. Anyways, you guys go past the area with the dead crag cats that you guys saved Garrett at. You guys trudged through the avalanche area where it nearly buried you guys, buried a couple of you guys. Uh, you guys passed by the goats again. They kind of just bah, like they do goat sounds, not bah. I don't know what goat sounds sound like. And then as you guys continue, I am an idiot in a goldfish brain. Even if I do know, I won't know right now because I'm on the spot. No. And as you get back, oh yeah, I forgot to start that. Oh well, I will start that. I'll get that going here in a second. But as I was saying, uh, it's literally you get a link to a YouTube playlist or a Spotify playlist, and you see the bot spam channel, right? You should be able to see it now. You just hit plus, play, space, and then the playlist list. And it pulls it up automatically. It's uh but yes. And you guys make it back to the destroyed base camp that you guys started at the bottom of the mountain. Uh if you guys want, you guys can just head uh let's see. You guys it would like because it was starting to get kind of dark at the top of the hill. It probably it is solidly into night here. The mute there for a sec. Yes, it's heading to nighttime. Music bot. Stop for a second. So yeah, you guys can camp if you want. Like I said, you guys probably go around fixing up the camp. What? How do you guys get ready for setting up this camp? Garrett will help where he can, and so will the halfling. Your what? There's probably a tree here or there, a little bit off camp. You could. Yeah, it's Minecraft. No, you really wouldn't. You, I think you have. I think you have hand axes. Honestly, Nick, in your inventory. Yeah, you can. You could use that not to chop down a big old full size tree, but to get branches for sure. Because the problem with using a sword for that, Nick, is one, it wear and tear on. Yeah, it's wear and tear on your sword, but two, they're not meant to do that. And so it's more difficult. It is, but it's not meant to cut a tree down, Nick. That's not what swords do. Yes, that's a wolf, not a tree. No, he had a sword the whole time. Yeah, but it's you know. Anyways, so you can gather some bigger branches and such for them. Uh, I mean, you can. I'm not sure if you have the right angles to knock a tree down. You might just hurt yourself. Yeah, I no no. I'm not looking up. I'm thinking. Cause goldfish brain. I didn't remember. I told you to do. You probably did it on a smaller tree, and you could probably do it to smaller trees, much like his hand axes. Uh, you. That's why I'm no. That's why I'm telling you you can do it because you are very strong. It's just some of the bigger ones. Yeah, yeah. The only reason I'm saying the big tree, as in like a foot wide tree and bigger, is what I meant. Like by a big tree, it's just a little harder to break those. Uh, but yeah. No, but with the wood and stuff you guys got the tents, at least in functioning order, you guys got the camp set back up. And you guys can settle down for the night. Ah. So technically, you all can long rest here. Uh, well, everybody that used the hit die can get that hit die back. And there is no long rest button. But let me double. So, what I will say though is since all that's left in the quest is to walk back, I'm going to say that you guys completed it enough to where you get your level up. So you guys are now level 2. Now, here's a cool feature. Here's something really cool for everybody. If you go on your sheets and hit the little gear at the top right and go down a little bit, and Nick, I'm using yours as an example, you can hit launch level plus character mancer. And when you do that, it levels you up automatically. Lets you pick what you need. Hit the gear at the top right next to spells. Go down that category. You'll see an anvil. It says launch level character mancer. Not level 1, just the level 1. It's on the right, straight down under your core bio spell, and it's the bottom option. Nick, I'm gonna no, you could take average or roll. In fact, what I like to do is when you roll, you can roll with advantage. Because I think health is fun. I won't max it out at the first. I'm going to do it and talk to you, Nick. So that I can. I clicked you. Okay. Yeah, well, you have to hit the roll button. Nick, would you like to roll or would you like to take average? Okay. You're hitting the wrong thing. You're hitting hit die. If you use the character mantle koi, it actually brings up a thing to roll it. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You're 100% right. Okay. Okay. Thank you very much. For you, Nick, I'm going to roll twice, and you get 11. What level up? Nah, it's fine. People like to see level ups. Besides, with character mancer, it's really easy because heck, Nick's already done. It doesn't make you choose stuff typically. You just go through the options on top. You got the HP. It might be one of the Tasha's optional features, which just get added in. So, so yeah, you could. You're a barbarian, Nick. You rolled really well. Yeah. To be fair, Nick also rolled one less than his max. Uh, not at the moment. That's in a couple level ups. A new proficiency? What? Oh, proficiency bonus. Yeah. Yes. It means you have better chances of doing everything. Yep. Roll 20 is very smart with that too. Yeah, no problem. Yep, you have that. And what was that, Kelly? Yep. The correct word is a pauldron, but I know, and that's which is not a barbarian. Look, but yeah. But yes, you guys are back. I put you back on the map. You guys are at Calvin Kearns right now. To refresh everybody, where you guys like headed to from here was from here down here and then like to this path and down to Targus. That's what you guys are still doing. I gave you the level up instead of at the long rest instead of making you wait another long rest. Uh, uh, I will also say there's enough stuff at the camp that the sled is still there from when you released the dogs, so you could always put the ones who can't move as fast on the sled and pull it. Yeah, well, that one can move zero, so it definitely can't keep up. Yeah, no. Go ahead. Unfortunately, your ghost doesn't like allow for that. Your go the way ghosts work in this is, I think that would be a spirit that can do that technically. Like there's different classifications. You probably are a bit more solid. That's why you can hold weapons and stuff and look solid. So you probably can't do some of the more ethereal things. Yeah. Yes. Yep. I I tend to dislike the global modifier for that. Uh, so what you do is go down to your weapon, the longbow. We hit the gear, and with the attack, it's just a +2, right? Right next to Dex there, you'll see +2. So now you just have it. So now that's only a -3. So you see the -5 next to Dex and proficiency under the name. Just change that to -3. Yeah. But yeah, everything, the global modifiers are good for damages and whatnot, and I even use them for potions. Like I'll set up a potion, so when you click it, it just rolls the potion healing. But it's not, I don't like it for the archery because I don't think you should click that and then, oh, I've switched my shirt, so let me unclick that. I think it should just, it has the tools to build it into the weapon. So, yeah. Yeah, it's, um, but yeah, the trip with the car and everything has been pretty uneventful, much like it was. You guys don't see your friend, the giant white shape that was eating some reindeer. Yeah. Uh, I mean, distantly. Uh, not well known. I think actually the farthest you can go is 20th. I heard somewhere. Probably be about that. Uh, Anyways, it's pretty uneventful. You get back to the main road, like along the dotted line here, and it's pretty much smooth sailing. You let's say you guys left at first twilight, you probably get back around once again around like 5 to 6. About a day, day and a half. Cause the trip from Targos to Calvin's Kern is about a 12-hour walk. When you guys get back to Targos, you escort Garrett back home, and you guys knock on the door, and the guy who sent you on this quest, Keegan, opens it up, see Garrett, and they just embrace, like they hug each other, they kiss each other, like his husband's safe. It's what you would expect. Um, they yeah, Keegan's like, thank you guys, thank all of you guys. I do have something I was able to work up while you guys were gone, and he runs into the house and brings out a wooden box and hands it to you. No, shush. It's a little bit bigger than that. But yeah, when you open it, there are 4 figures that you guys would know as scrimshaw figures. What that is when they the knucklehead fish has a really big bone in its head. That's where it gets its name. Well, a lot of people tend to carve figures out of that bone in different designs and sell it as artwork. It's one of 10 Town's big experts. Well, inside are four different ones: a sprouting whale, a smiling fox, and a pair of dancing hares, and a walrus with the words "Big Love" carved into it. And that, uh, he's like, they're not much. You might be able to get maybe 10 gold each for them. I hope it covers everything. Uh, I know I'm not the best artist. He like scratches the back of his head, but I had to do something. You guys saved my husband. He nods. Oh, he Garrett speaks up. It's like, you can leave Asterix with us. I'll make sure she gets a good, proper burial. Oh yes, the body. Oh yes, the body. Uh, but yes, you guys have completed your first quest, officially on level 2, and Keegan and Garrett head into the house to probably talk to each other about what happened and everything, catch each other up. Uh, uh, you know that rumor is going around the towns, Nick. You know that. He tried to take a baby Yeti. Because they don't think like companions. I mean, maybe. Maybe. It might do the opposite. That's more like it. Anyways, now back what we were doing. You guys are now in Targos, and uh, Keegan, before he closed the door, he did say he got you that room again. So you guys have room and board for the night again before you head out, because it is getting dark. He You don't get free booze. It's an inn slash tavern, so there will be a bar there. Yes. Yeah, I put it all in there. Yeah, they changed Rangers spell lists, Joseph. They changed all the spell lists and added a bunch of awe. And Searing Smite got added to. They added new meta. No, they have UA meta magic. That's what that is. I had Tasha's before we started. I'm pretty sure. It's been out since like the 9th of November. Yeah. I'm pretty sure I had Tasha's. If Kelly wants to, I used the one rule where you can, per long rest, replace your spells. Uh, well, they made all of them more viable. Right. It helps. It's still hard for wizards, but anyways, what would you got? Then I would probably go absorb elements because you tend not to be a meleeer. Yeah. No, you're fine. Everybody needs to talk about level ups. Oh, by the way, with the level up, Nick, different things. Like if I ever say you're having a fireball thrown at you, roll me a dex save. You now have advantage on that because danger sense. And Nick, why raging? Actually, it's not why raging. It's just in general. If you want to, you can attack with advantage, but anybody can attack you with advantage if you do so. You just have to tell me and click it as advantage. Uh, no, that is technically level 3, I think, or 4. No, it's right. Yeah, or there's actually an alternative feat to that now too. They can switch, either take the speed, or when a foe ends their turn within 15 feet of you, you can move half your speed to them to throttle them in their sleep. Make sure to roll twice, Kelly, and take the higher. It could be. That it is. You have a D6. Yes. Yes. It's just added in. That I don't see. What is it exactly? The That seems fine to me. Like I don't see that. I would just have to not like. Well, it's all up to you how you build your character. Uh, I know you'll build more character than a build. I know you. Yeah. Yeah. No. That languages are languages are different. Like the nature could have whispered you different languages. It's up to you. I was just talking like the random skills like that you wouldn't actually have double in like Arcana if you happen to have that kind of thing. I mean, we do have expertise and stuff with the rogue. You could, because you could always have talked your way out with that Yeti animal handling, making random signs. Huh, huh, huh? Yeah, exactly. Be street signing, don't know. Anyways, yeah. Which does raise your passive again because it takes it. Now to do that on your sheet, if you don't remember, uh, it's on the question. It's on the gear page, and you scroll down to perception. Nope, you just click the normal next to perception and change it to expertise, and it auto does it. And then you just scroll back up and boom. No, that's W proficiency to that. Yeah. Oh, the yeah. Boom. It no. It still had it because we didn't turn it off. That's all it is. But no, not giving the as it is. You guys did hear more, like I said, about the band of people who were who might like were the only suspect of the murders. You guys also heard the last place in which the murders have taken place was East Haven. You've been to Brown Shonda. You started there. You're in Targos. Yes, that's what a lot of people remember seeing. Well, when you see anybody not wearing a coat in this kind of weather, and stand as somebody in real life who don't wear coats in snow, you stand out to people. Normally, when they ask you what the heck you're doing, yeah, but they might be able to tell. I get asked a lot what the hell I'm doing without a coat. Um, but yes, well, yeah, yeah, exactly. Piercing blue eyes. He sees you. He's coming. But what's the plan then? I know You were talking about going to East Haven. You can also explore more towns to hear more rumors around here. She. I believe you were told. Let me pull up my thing. Last wish. Oh yes. Let me see. Targa. Let's pull up this sheet. There is. There's probably a random no name leather worker here in town that you guys could go to, like a general one. Um, like a hooded cloak, basically from it, is what I'm gathering. Okay, okay. Uh, boom. Let me check something. And Nick, you just wanted a pauldron, right? Yes. Uh, I am looking to see if I. Okay, it's under this. I have a sheet of stuff that I can look at for this that I wanted to check out. You could always put the order in and leave, but you do know that there was a blacksmith in Bron Shanda, and you would go through Bron Shanda to East Haven anyways. Because if you remember right, the quest to find those missing ingots actually was from the people that they were supposed to deliver to that smithy. Yeah. Oh, it's 100%. Uh, no, no, the show on stream, showing it on stream. Boo boo. Yeah, no, I don't blame you. It's on my stream though, so at least there's that. Help. I don't know. Good services. Let's see. Is that what I want? Uh, I'm going to say that they can do that for you because that's a pretty common request, making fur-lined cloaks and whatnot. I am just it probably they probably ask for like a 5 gold down payment and tell you that it's probably you know what? I want you to roll me a persuasion just for general bartering. Now I want you to roll me a d20 minus 5. So you can just roll a d20 on minus 5 off of it if you don't want to type it. Oh. So yeah, the down payment of 5. They said it's such an easy task that the 5 gold is all they'll really need. It it'll probably take a day or two, but we can hold it for you if you have business to do. Yeah, I would assume. Here's a yeah, we could probably do that too. The leather worker said. Throw in another 5 gold, and we should be able to do it soon after we do the first one. Yeah. Nope. That technically is not learnable. Uh, could use. He has draconic. You could do a random one like abyssal or infernal in case you run into any demons or devils or anything that speaks those in general. You could use uncommon just to have that random off language that somebody might know. Sylvan, yeah. Sylvan is like the language of Fae. Typically, it's the language of woods because Fae inhabit woods most of the time. That that that's like centaurs start with it because they are considered Fae. Yeah, nice. You could. I That's my only like the only thing I'm upset with 5e. I wish for every modifier of int you got language just like in Pathfinder because it really makes that int feel more substantial. Yeah, exactly. That's how I feel. But I might homebrew that, but then again, that could get crazy in 5e. I'm not sure. Uh, I'll I'll think on that maybe for a future game. But exactly, that's another thing. Maybe every two, or mm, maybe every two int is a language. Then that might balance it a lot more. Either way, what? Well, I'm thinking every two modifiers. Because modifiers is what Pathfinder uses. But anyways, you guys are on Targos. You guys have put that order in. They said it'll be a day, maybe a day and a half. But they'll hold it if you're not in town because you paid. They're not gonna get rid of it. That's why they asked for the money ahead of time. You could. Well, one, you don't know when the next murders are coming, but that's besides the point. Uh, you do have know where she was last seen heading, but you don't know where the shop is, and you do know that she might come closer to you in that time. You don't know, but if you're heading to East Haven to check there, then you don't know where she's gonna be by then. It's up to you though. You are, like I said, you don't know where she's going to be, but she could be closer to you guys in that time too. Is a dice roll you have to make. The last place that she was rumored to be heading to was Care Koenig up here. The place where you guys have heard the last murder was taking place was East Haven down here. Uh, you don't know if she might go down this path in a couple days and get here. You don't know. She might be heading there like next stop after these two. You don't know. Yeah. No, I get that. What's the other twos? Neon and Forgotten. Okay. Uh, Iraq said they had to be right back, so I they didn't seem to be against like raiding and whatnot, and that they'll pipe up if they are. So I think that's fine. The room and board only covered that one night, so to sleep more it'll be a probably a gold piece a night. You guys could probably bunk up in a single room or two. It was like a day and a half, the estimate. So if you guys want, you guys could wait the day and about around noonish, a full day, and then you guys sleep. So it'd be two. You guys slept that night. In the morning, you guys would have went there. Day. So yeah, around noonish on the second full day since you guys got back. So you guys got here. It's been a day to go up there and get back. Then spent a day raiding, and then the noon after that is where you guys are. And they give you your cloak on fur. It's very nicely stitched together. Uh, they probably have some padding on the inside so it doesn't make too much sound against your equipment. And they take it and thank you greatly. Yeah. No, you. Yeah. Uh, adventures do sometimes. They got electrum ingots in the last campaign I ran. No, it got instantly taken back by cultists, but that's besides the point. They were pretty chill guy. They said, "Give us back our treasure, or we'll kill you." After a long dungeon crawl, where everybody was low on resources. Yeah, exactly. there was also a crown with 5 different chromatic dragons on it. You know. Yeah, no, they found Tiamat's crown. You know, it was the dungeon they found. No, it was the dungeon before they found you. That's it. That's right. Anyways, yeah, they gave that back. It's fine. They didn't want it. You guys slept. You guys now have all of your stuff. It's about noon. What's the plan now? Kerkenig. I know, it just kicked on. Like, this is the music background playing as we follow over the day and a half. Theo looking around, asking questions. The general consensus is she tends to keep a decently set path. Uh, and that she probably wouldn't be back here for a while. Koenig is normally her next stop. It changes every once in a while if she needs to restock, but on average, it'll probably be that one. The ingots, if you guys remember, was said that it was somewhere between halfway between Calvin's Con and Bryn Shanda, so it's probably right around in this area. Yeah, no problem. And if she is moving with the days, she might not be in Koenig anymore. She might be in Denver, East Haven, or she might end up back at Bryn Shanda after a while too. There's several cities she could be in by that after a couple days journey, because it's been 2.5 days since you heard she was heading there, so she might be in another one by now. Um, yeah, it's. I think I told you it's typically about a day, give or take. Demand. She likes to move about because some like you learned some of her supplies are not legally obtained. um, Here's another option, by the way. The dwarves you guys met that gave you the quest were the Battlehammer dwarves, which live in the Dwarven Valley. To Brun Shanda, the smithy there. So you could always, if you get there, bring it up into this Dwarven Valley to, hey, we we got this thing from these guys. You can contact them. We wanted to make sure it got safely back to you guys before we continued our travels. You could always try that. They did ask to bring it back to Bryn Shanda, but I was just laying out all your options for you. You would know those dwarves would be from this dwarven valley. Okay. So, do you guys head out right around the noonish time that you guys got your armor and made these plans? Uh, it's probably a gold for room, like for a room. So depending on how you guys want rooms, and for dinner and stuff, it's probably only a couple silver pieces for food, because none of them are like gourmet food. So I'd say 3 silver for dinner, for a meal. So I won't say just dinner. So a gold a night. God dang it, music bot. No, that's just something going on either with Discord or with the music bot. It's probably, well, the thing is the music bot also has to connect to us, so it might just be the music bot not being able to connect to my Discord very easily right now. Maybe an issue at that point. Either way, I just have it muted for a second while it figures itself out. Yes, a gold is 10. It's conversion. So yeah, if you wanted to spend a meal, I think you don't have to eat though. I think that's one of your things. Yeah, so you wouldn't. That's not an up cost for you. That would be for everybody else. Um, you guys have 5 people. 3 people could share a room, especially, yeah. And a rock probably wouldn't mind sharing a room with White Fang. Uh, okay, that's perfectly fine too. Yeah, when you guys wake up, he's just a bear sleeping in a bed. Uh, but no, I mean, to be fair, they both like the epitome of like bears. A big Neo might be hairy. Who knows? You know that room smells like just raw testosterone too. Anyways, you got after those days. Let's see. I'm gonna just stop and relaunch it. Uh, it's a gold a room a night, and then a yeah. I'm just gonna switch it up. Let's see. There we go. I just changed it up. Maybe it was the playlist too. It shouldn't have changed. The music changed. The not base rules. I do have somebody made a feat that I have saved called Jotun's Grip. It has several prereqs that I was thinking about using, but that's not anytime soon for you. Every barbarian's wish. And technically possible in Pathfinder, but that's besides the point. Yeah. You would still. You still would. Uh, anyways. Uh Hopefully his next character will be smarter. You say that. Okay, so I'm trying to find out where I have travel times. You guys are heading to about 6 hours there. That's what I calculated in my brain. Uh, so yeah, are you guys heading out at the noon when you guys get your stuff? I asked. Okay, so let me pull up the info for that quest. Right down here. Okay. Yeah, populating. You see the synchronization from Assassin's Creed as stuff loads in. Um, exactly. So, that's where you guys have found. Okay, so okay, so as you guys are walking that way, you get about much like your trip to Calvin's Kern. It's been a pretty uneventful walk. Is there anything you guys do as you walk? Like, okay, uh, so as you guys get about 3 hours in, out of nowhere, just a blizzard descends on you, reducing visibility to about 20 feet. Calvin's Kern vanishes from your view as the blowing snow and howling wind engulf you. What do you guys do as the blizzard hits? See. Let me pick something up and check. You might not lose yours, but there's others in your party. Yeah, but what he's saying, not so much that you can't see because of snow. Visibility lowered to 30 feet, whether you guys are standing there or not. It it just bot. It's just having issues tonight. The bot's just having issues tonight. You can more than easily hunker down. It's not like you. This is a common occurrence in 10 towns. Like when you're out and about, so you especially would know. Hunkering down, you could probably build a little, almost like a half igloo, and probably hide from most of the wind and stuff. Yeah. Let me see next, cause Nick probably doesn't need too much either. But Nick, you could, yes, you do. You also have a bedroll. Uh, so those two. What about a rock and Forgotten? There's a room in the two-person tent offered. You guys could always take shifts too and keep watch and switch with people in the tent. I Yeah, I figured you two might help, but the two-person tent only fits two. You could do that too. It's just more the Yeah, not to mention that just makes it so the tent blocks the wind for you guys mainly, which is wind chill is horrible in this kind of thing. Not you two, but yeah, but that is yeah, you do. I'm not saying you don't. I was just making sure everybody's playing. That's all. Okay. You guys, as you bunker up, I believe the command I want is right here slash G. Okay. It this storm rages on for a good. As you guys are just resting, and it's not like a long rest amount of time. And you guys haven't really done anything to need a long rest either. But as you guys are resting, maybe taking a light nap, uh, talking amongst yourselves, and as much as you can in the strong winds, about 5 hours after it started, just as suddenly as it descended, it disappears. And then right mid sentence, it just like starts dying down and it's gone. Uh, yeah. Misled. Exactly. Especially with the Frostmaiden flying around. Ah. once the snow dies down, it's more. You guys are more than able to. I just I'm letting the music play while it works. You probably have it muted, which is fine. I just have it for those who want it and for my stream and whatnot. Like I have it turned down real low. I like it, but especially when it's acting up like this. But anyways, yeah. Technically, in this channel there is 7 because the bot counts, and then I count. Mister, there's only 5 of us. Uh, the dragon just swings by, picks him up, and flies off. No, yeah, cause I'm just gonna tell the bot to stop. Tonight's not gonna be a night for it. Take the stress off of the room. But as you guys continue, you crest a snow-covered ridge and see a frozen, dismembered corpse of in the gully in front of you. Snow covers some of the gory bits, but the headless torso and severed limbs are visible. You see tracks in the snow all around the corpse and the telltale grooves in the snow left behind by a sled that had been hauled away. Uh, it's very clearly dead. Yeah, as you search it, there's probably a couple gold pieces on it, maybe 3. Uh, it probably has snowshoes proper size for it, being a little bit smaller, a dwarf. Um, and that's about it. Yeah, it's as it described telltale grooves in the snow of a sled that's been hauled away. Um, go ahead. Roll me a survival. Um, I believe that you can see. Let me make sure. You don't. You see, it's probably. Again, let me just make sure. Yeah. Okay. So it's probably still led by. It's probably you see a bit heavier tracks. Not as I'm trying to describe it. Which is easiest by slash whisper. Uh, but there we go. Uh, that's what you can tell with your survival. I love the random fuck from the background. I that wasn't a dig, Kelly. I found it hilarious at that second, cause quiet. Okay. You also okay. So you also learn more. It says about the tracks. I'm still here. Sorry. I get really quiet. I hope. And then this because I don't trust big copy paste to Discord anymore because they like to the game because they like to just even though it's a whisper tell everybody. So I just DM'd you. No, I have had that where I have whispered something to him and it only like whispered the first part of it and then the rest of it's just out for everybody. I think if it gets so long, it like splits into a second message which isn't whispered. Um, probably they probably it looks like maybe two worth. It's hard. There's some smaller ones that might also be with them that aren't humanoid, but you can't quite tell. There's a dismembered. You will remember when you originally got this. They were worried. They had to leave their cart behind because they got ambushed by a yeti, and one of their friends got attacked. They were dwarfs that gave you the mission. It's been 3 sessions, so that's why I'm recapping like this. Okay, okay. Um, by the way, I think what I'll do with your cloak is I'll give you if you're hiding in snow with the full cloak on. I'm trying to think of what to give you. I was thinking your proficiency bonus again on yeah, but only for hiding in snow specifically. Yeah, you're like, oh, Mike will figure out eventually and tell me. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah, but it does make sense that it would give you something like for hiding in snow because that's crag cats live in the snow. But specifically, just I was thinking advantage, but advantage is really strong early and really weak later. So proficiency kind of starts off in and stays in the middle and gets better later on. So yeah, I thought that would be the best way. Um, So you are like 10, 15 feet ahead. As everybody looks at you, you blend in very well to the snow. It's hard to actually see you when you're ahead of them like that with your cloak on. Yeah, they could probably see your head because I imagine the hood's down at the moment. Yeah, exactly. Oh, hey, he can actually do something though, so it's fine. Um, other than get a beautiful woman, which Ron did very well. Uh and then one of them died. It's fine. He should have been better. Just saying. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Anyways, it's been years. I'm sorry. It it's yeah, it's been years. I'm sorry. Anyways, so you guys head back out onto the trail, following the grooves in the ground, moving forward. Uh, about it, it's been about a half hour of following the tracks. You notice them start getting fresher and fresher, fresher and fresher, and then you hear ahead of you. Uh, you hear and then slowly see them, Theo. Uh, and here's what I described to you. The creatures you've been following appear to be goblins based on their stature. All six of them grunt and groan, grunt, and curse loudly as they haul the bulky sled towards what appears to be a 20-foot tall wagon parked in the snow. Harnessed to the conveyance are two roaring polar bears that don't look happy. So yeah, let me see if I can. Let me see if I have it. Go ahead and describe to me as I look to see if I have a handout for this. Oh yeah, I do have this. Boom, share. Oh, Team Murder Hobo. Oh, I found this picture. I should have shown you guys already. The baby that Nick tried to kidnap. uh, uh, I I mean, I have a feeling that I don't have. I did not.
What would you guys prefer that I do? Try to
Map.
defend the bears, just free the
Okay.
bears, or would you still hand me your killing them?
Let's try to befriend the bear.
I vote since freeing the bear and then try to defend it. But they might we get into a battle and
Okay.
they're friendly, they're gonna just keep attacking whatever figure they see. But if they're tied up and maybe if I go up there and I set them free from them, that might earn some kudos.
Use your ranger magic.
Guys, honestly, this sucks. I swapped out my the spell I didn't take was speak.
So you could have
I could have
swayed
talked.
the.
I could have talked to the polar bears.
You have to handle animal, and you didn't choose that one.
Because it's nice, but how often are we gonna talk to something that's
A polar bear?
right now?
Apparently more common than we think.
Hindsight, guys. Beast talk, which of the 10 minutes I could establish that they what beast that well has to be friendly or charmed by me. So
I am currently populating something real quick as you guys are talking about this and planning so that I can give you guys an actual map.
so what would you guys like me to do? Go up and try to set them free and they see me doing it, so trying to make them not so I'm the one that set them free, so maybe but they're also animals and they're going to just be pissed off from being chained up. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think you should definitely use your ranger ability, your nature ability, and give it a shot. I mean, what's the worst that could happen?
Right. I agree. The worst case scenario is we kill goblins and two polar bears.
And then we have polar bear fights.
So,
He does bring up a good point.
I will I guess I'll are they how distracted
okay, so let me actually set the scene for you then, as you guys have talked about this. The scene is ahead of you. You are about, and you're probably a little closer than this, Theo, but the party is about 120 feet behind the actual sled, and the goblin's wagon is 120 feet further. The goblins hauling the sled are too distracted to notice that. They look very distracted. Um,
I would have the feeling I'd be able to get up there with
but yeah. Uh, I have a map, but like I said, I'm going to have to like mess with it. I think because it's supposed to be a lot farther distance than I have. So I'm just like I don't have a 120-foot map set up. Surprise, surprise. Like a 300-foot map. I didn't think about that. Like I didn't expect this right to say, but that's fine because we adapt.
and try to sneak up there.
Actually, I think I can probably. Boom.
Oh there.
Oh yeah, no, that's more than enough. Do I have? I have a random battle map, don't I? Probably just put it on a white backdrop, but
Should we move closer?
Well, I'm gonna be stealthing. I'm gonna be moving slowly. So as I'm moving and getting closer, I figured you guys would be coming up and kind of getting into like positions just in case crap hits the fan.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna this for a random battle map. Boom.
Yes.
Uh,
You want to fly?
Hell yeah.
okay,
Okay.
so boom, pay. So I can do this. Okay, I have made it, and it's gonna be.
Don't worry about it.
I'm worried about it. I'm making great plans.
Well, I'm just gonna throw a barbarian into the fire when the fire needs to happen.
I'd be like a flying eagle with a big ass sword.
Exactly.
Okay, so this on the grid properly. This on the grid properly. Yep, yep. Okay. I need to draw a crummy little path so that you guys can see that you guys are not like that way you guys have something to look at on this map. As I drag you guys to this crummy little drawing that I made.
When I
Boom.
get close to the bears, I am going to use a little bit of my ration since the goblins definitely don't feed them, so they're probably hungry.
So, let me drag you guys out now.
And using the rations, just I'll have them out ready just in case something happens to try to help. But I'm going to use my inspiration when I do that. Animal
No
handling.
problem. So, everybody should have vision, but let me know if you don't. Cause I think I have one person I have to fix.
I do not see the.
So, you're the one that I have to fix. Good to know.
No, I mean I don't see our.
Oh, they're on the far left.
That's the right distance, right? Yep, that's about the right distance. Maybe,
Oh, now I see them.
move you guys about 10 feet. Okay, so so you see the crummy little path I drew for you, right? That lets you at least have some idea of what we're looking at. I just wanted to give you guys something other than a theater of the mind. Even though that's fine, it helps sometimes. So,
Especially when it's large difference like this.
yeah, exactly. So you can imagine the big difference. So very much like I described, I have to. Boom. Too font. Too font.
Does anything
Too
happen
font.
when I move up and get closer to? I know you're
Okay.
I'm just gonna.
So yeah, you're moving along the side. I see your stuff. That's fine. As you're moving up, let me see. On the god. Since you haven't started nothing, that's fine. The cart looks heavily pulled, but they don't seem to notice you. You don't like. You might see these guys through windows and whatnot, but mostly they're inside that tall cart. The bear are sitting there, like the thing said, roaring. They look very unhappy.
I'm not sure if it'll help me or not for polar bears, but I'm using my inspiration, so I have advantage.
Yes.
If I was to use like any of the rations or anything like that, I don't know if that would really give me anything other than advantage. That wouldn't even
At,
give me advantage.
at most, it could give advantage, which you already have.
Yeah. Okay.
With you, I have a spell, but it would only be. It might be helpful if you fail. I mean, it could add up to a 10 or -9 to your roll.
Okay. Plus, I mean, I had already before, so I'm okay with that. We'll see what happens. Hopefully, inspiration.
So as you sneak up on the bears, describe before you roll. No, go ahead and roll and then describe. That way, if you roll one, you can describe the one. Uh,
Um. Oh,
so you didn't roll one.
yeah. I did. Yeah. I did roll a 1.
So describe what an 8 looks like to these polar bears.
So I have, like I said, I have the food in my hands, and so as I'm approaching, I went wide so the bears would see me, and as I'm getting closer, I would assume they start getting more rowdy because they're smelling the food, and at that point, I'm trying to get them to calm down, and they don't want to because of the food, making
Uh,
it so I can't really get close enough to them to cut the straps off without something happening.
yeah, I think that's fair. They're rowdy. I don't think they would like alert because they were already roaring and whatnot angrily. So I don't think the goblins are alerted.
Rowdy, and the food I had in my hand, I'll just chunk at them to get them enough
Uh,
to where they don't start to get.
yeah. So and that at least makes them as quiet as they were before. Uh,
So, knowing that that didn't work, I will back up
Uh,
Sounds like it's going into.
Zach would like to move back over here and take a shot with arrow at the grapple.
okay. Now this shot is a very hard shot, so I think I'm gonna give you disadvantage on it.
That one. Smack a bear. I run.
I do think you shoot.
I would like to tell Gavin.
You did, Kevin. You go to aim at the strap, but I think one of them pulled it taunt just as you did, and it shot right under the strap, and it hit this one right here.
Cool. Well, I'm a little ways away, so I'm gonna let them get PO'd and let the goblins handle it. I'm just gonna.
What's going on here?
Uh,
Keep on moving.
and it starts snapping at the other one like it was their fault. They start roaring at each other. One of the goblin pops out and yells something at them, and then sees an arrow in the hind end of one, and hollers out. Probably something in goblin. Just anybody speak goblin before I have to yell this?
No, but can I see the goblins that you just cut out as I was moving away, or no?
It probably took like 15 seconds for him to pop out. So you probably would have moved back. Um. So nobody speaks Goblin. That's what.
Nope. No, no one speaks Goblin, my guy.
I just speak right fluent English.
I speak
Okay.
Canadian.
Okay. So it just hollers out in something that you guys can only assume is Goblin, seeing how it's Goblin, and you guys probably like that's probably just a general assumption. And it like gets the alert, and like all of these guys stop like struggling and like look at that and like look at the car and start looking around. It's at this point that I'm going to need initiatives to know what people are doing. Hey, nice.
Yeah, I would have rather have that on animal handling.
Oh yeah, no. Do you want to know something that hurts you? It will hurt. You just needed to roll 4 higher.
Too bad I'm not the artificer and I can add a 5.
Yeah. You would have too. I know you. Like no, but I want to add a 5 to that.
Reroll one of them.
Okay, so I need to add one to White Fang, and so that I can put his.
I already clicked my character, no.
It doesn't matter. I got it.
Where's my initiative at again?
It on your sheet. It should be near your health. And 13.14. Boom. You didn't have your token, so I got it. Just click off that. So on your sheet, right above your current hit points, it says initiative. You click that while having your token clicked, and it will auto put it on there. But you didn't. I got that. Boom. Boom. Okay, there's enough goblins that I'll just have goblins roll as 1. And then
Take it as cat said hi.
Yeah, he scared the shit out of me.
God dang it, I hate when they whisper to me. I hate that everything's set up to whisper by default. Never whisper. Boom. Again, this is live. Do not microwave your cats. That is bad. No, they changed that. Asia no longer considers domesticated animals livestock. They have a different classification now. So they just changed that.
For like, you are legally allowed to own, process, butcher, buy, sell cat and dog meat in the United States, but for some reason not horse.
I don't want to live on this planet anymore.
Yeah, why can't I not eat horse? God damn it.
Why is that so simple?
Why is the line like you can eat cats and dogs, but you're not allowed to eat horse? Why is the line there?
Because that's where glue comes from.
Yeah, no, we need our glue.
Camel?
I've had camel, it's good. Anyways, top of the initiative. Theo. You heard the cry. You hear them looking. You see them looking about. You're stealthed at the moment, but it's only a matter of time before they turn around.
Can I see anything? Can I see these goblins in this window over here?
Um, I don't think this back one. Maybe they might be poking their head out a little bit to try to look too.
If I can see anyone in here, I'm gonna take a shot.
Yeah, I think you could probably see this back one peeking out. Like, the goblins aren't smart, let's be real. General non-player goblins are not smart, let's be real.
I'm gonna try to do this as a sharpshooter.
Okay. Ooh, you do indeed hit. And you kill it. It just, you shoot it. How? Where do you hit it as it pokes its head out?
If it's poking its head out, I want to try to hit it to where it keeps moving its body and falls out.
I actually planned on that.
No, I just stick its head out. If it's sticking its head out, I'm just shooting whatever happens.
What I imagined when you shot it is you shot it as it poked its head out. You shot it in the eye, and it kind of just slumped its upper body out, and it does fall out into the snow here.
Oh, the goblins inside just think that was stupid and fell out.
I mean, it's generally.
It's old cartoons when they'd shoot an arrow and it'd go bring when it hits something. That's what I'm imagining it sounds like.
Actually, never mind. These things are smarter than I give them credit.
Up a little bit more. At this point, obviously, I'm no longer stealth. So.
Yeah. Yep. Okay, so that was your turn. Stos is Gavin's character in the initiative. I know why. Let me go in. No, I know exactly where, and I'm gonna have to mess with it afterwards. But boom, there we go. Changed it. Boom, boom, move. Yes, you selected. Boom. There. There we go. I have updated and everything. Okay, so that was your turn, right? Okay, so as your turn, and the polar bears are kind of, especially smelling fresh blood. This one, like, is pulling out its harness, trying to get back there. I'm going to make it a strength check. 7. It doesn't quite get free. It tries, but it's stuck in its harness. This one is mad because it got shot and it blamed its buddy, so it's just going to attack its buddy. There's a claw. And hits it. Why is my num off? Stop that, num. You need to be on. And then moving on from their turn, Forgotten. Uh, right when they were about to turn around, an arrow shot this one, and they heard like the thud of the goblin falling, and then him standing up with his arrow let go. Alright. So they probably are more focused on him than you guys. They didn't even look back at you yet. Go ahead. It You are effectively stealth because they don't know you're there. It's weird because stealthing. Well, that's a bonus action for you. Never mind. You can. Yeah, you just lower yourself down into the snow and you like blend right in. That's the sled. Um, I don't think it would be. You have the wrong thing. Yeah, with the select move tool selected, should be able to just drag and move it. Okay.
You can move another 5 feet. You can move all the way up to like here at 30 feet where my arrow is.
Yeah. Yep. If you're doing nothing else than just hiding and then moving forward, you can use the dash to move another 30. You do. It's a standard action. As a rogue, as a bonus action, you could dash, disengage, or stealth. But I just assumed your hide was your bonus action, so you still have your action to either attack or dash.
If you have a bow, you can hit them with a bow.
There's that too.
Oh, oh.
Surprised you didn't get a. Well, you can always throw daggers, but that's only a 20-foot range. Ah, that's fine. I'm not a very punishing DM. I tend to assume you pick up your stuff. I tend to, yeah. Uh, Not during combat because it would take an action to pick it up or whatnot, part of your move, whatever. But afterwards, as long as you don't run away from here, I won't say, "Oh, you forgot your dagger" because you didn't say you pick it up. Just for future for everybody.
Or maybe you're and a short sword? Oh, you took the short sword instead of the short bow, River? Okay.
Hey, okay, just so are you going to move forward then, or are you just gonna hunker down there? Okay. Goblin's turn. Uh, these guys see an attacker, so I think they all go to rush you, and then the one in lead like turns yaps back at a couple of them, and so two of them stay as the other four rush you.
I've seen Goblin Slayer.
Okay, so this is 30 feet, and then it's fine. Yep. Made bows. There's a lot of stuff you can do in D&D. Anyways, that's their turn. Right thing. Yeah. They are basically, as far as I know, they are basically daggers that you can't melee with. From my understanding. Uh,
It's
uh,
50, and then at 60, it's disadvantage.
Yeah, like up to 60 it's disadvantage, 20 you have normal, uh, and you should be about 120 away from the cart. Yeah. So if you move 30, you would still be out of range to hit them. But you do have key now. Yeah, 40. Then 60, you're at 100. You're still technically out of range, but you do have key now, don't you? You could always dash. Step of the Wind, I believe it is. Another 40 feet, you'll get 80. You'll be still at disadvantage, but you'll be really close to them then. Did they? They should have auto put it on your sheet, but yeah, they did. They put a key thing on your sheet. Yeah. And then they put the 2 key abilities you have, Patient Defense and Step of the Wind, under your features. Roll20 is so smart when they want to be. There's some stuff I think is very stupid that they do, but that's besides the point. So you can do that and attack, because it's not going to take an action to yell. Okay, so you want to go straight forward 80 feet. You are there. You are now 55 feet from either goblin that is left at the cart. No. He is big and heavy. He does not have your movement to get up to you. At most, he could get 60 feet, and that is his whole action. You don't want to toss. Yeah, okay. I was just making sure. Plus, who knows? So, with this, let's see your sheet. We can always just toggle it now. It's something you haven't had to do. Disadvantage before you throw your dart, and I did. So you could just click. You're not in game. Okay, I got it. So you want to throw a dart? Okay, go ahead. Nice disadvantage there. Uh, Top or bottom one did you aim at? Uh, as you throw a dart, it doesn't kill him, but it leaves him like looking like he's about to pass out at any second. The dart probably. How do you throw it? Do you arc it? Do you like straight shot it? Because I imagine the strength version is straight shot. Because Dex you would like arc it, but yeah, I imagine. As you straight shot it, you hit him right in the back of the head. Like it doesn't penetrate enough to like pierce his skull, but it probably cracked it at the very least. So that was your 3 actions. Hey, that happens, and that's fine. Then you have advantage. Highest roll is a 2. Yep. But true. Yep. Which is fine. I wouldn't necessarily raise yet unless you think you're going to get hit. You want to dash forward? I can move you since you had that thing equipped. Yeah, there. Boom. Yep. Right about there. That's your action. Iraq. Who did I lose? Okay. No, I lost Corey. What would Iraq want to do? Kelly? Yeah, there we go. I'm glad have you all back. I wouldn't want to lose any of my players yet. I hope that doesn't happen. I have backups. No, I don't. Honestly, I told a guy that I had a full game. I said, if something wrong happens, I will let you know, basically. Firebolt. Nicely. 120 feet, easy. You hit which one, the top one or bottom one? Yeah. That. I heard something. Yeah, he could probably just type it. Bottom. Okay. So as you shoot it, and I won't, since you're having mic issues, I won't make you describe it. As you shoot it, you basically emulate it. Like you light it on fire, it just falls to the ground dead, burning. It's completely up in flames. Is there anything else you want to do, or is that your turn? You can just mess with the map if that's your turn. Won't make you type. Okay, there, I heard that. Moving on. Goblin boss. Yells out. I think at this point they blow the urn. And I think, let me see what they have. Let me make a roll to see how like what it does. High it doesn't, low it does. I love you. Yeah, it reaches out in front of it with a knife. It cuts the polar bears loose and it slams the window shut. Welcome to goblins. So Theo, it's your turn again.
Polar bears are now loose.
Yep. Yeah, he like slammed the window shut. This one hasn't yet, so you can maybe see this one through a window, but the ones to the polar bears are 100% shut, and on its turn it might shut more. It just used its action to release the bears and hit. Okay, make me a shot. Oh no, you 100% do. Was that max damage almost? No. You had 4 more damage you could have added to that. Oh no, so this one again falls dead. Okay. That's your turn? Okay, so it's the polar bear's turn. This one, being freed, will go to the body it was trying, and as it sniffs it, it actually notices you and remembers that it didn't like you. So that's 10 feet of movement. And it's going to charge at you. Yes, but you didn't do it very animal handily. That's as close as it can get. The other one is, upon being freed, it will. I mean, actually, yeah. It smells blood and it knows the one goblin's in there, so it's gonna stay there and attack the window. Not really get through, but at least attack the window. Forgotten. No problem. You are. We're not Chinese. We're not making Chinese. You're about 70 feet away. So even with a dash, you can't get quite there. You can get behind the cart. You're still stealth.
Dash up and help me. I'm about to have a lot of people hit me.
You could triple dash or double dash because that's something rogues can do, and move 90 feet and get real close to him.
I wouldn't move up. Oh,
Okay.
attention's still on me. I'm gonna try to get the polar bear to go after the goblin because the goblin's gonna rush me. So I'm gonna try to get the goblin and the polar bear to fight each other.
What? Sorry. Yeah, that's right about what I measured too. Uh, okay. Okay. So, the next turn, goblin. Yeah, no. This one turns around because this one is dead. Uh,
He's currently a smoldering pile of goblin.
I and I think half of these turn around.
Oh, hey, look, I hope Theo.
And look at you, and upon dashing up, they also see. No, the passive wasn't high enough for that stealth, and you're down in the snow. I'll at least give you they don't notice you. They're more concerned with the roaring dragonborn. So they're going to just move down 30 feet to about here to run back to help because they see people. You're right there. If they get within 5 feet, they'll notice you, though. But that's about all they get to this turn, Gavin.
Big attack next turn.
These guys run up on you. And this one runs back. So, things that happen, I'll go left to right. This one, the one closest to right thing, pulls a short bow and shoots at him. 11 misses. These two, how far away are they from my thing? I believe they are shooting at disadvantage for this, but are shooting at you. So 6 and 14.
Match make for aggressive.
What? God dang it. So 14 hits. God dang it. Why? Never roll whispers. I'm gonna have to go through every monster in my week off and turn that off. So match make, so short bow, 4 piercing. So at least
That one like an armchair.
at least that's not a death sentence anymore. 4 piercing was. So that was those two. These two got close enough that they're going to slash at Theo. So slash and slash. Okay, so only 11 damage. Which, to be fair, if one misses, at least a crit just feels like a worse second hit. Because it doesn't have modifiers in it. So you still got off technically better than if both of them hit you. And then Right Fang. Are you going after the one that shot you? Okay, it did. Hey, for some people it is. Okay, so I'm just gonna put -4 here for your health, so auto takes it. Boom. No, it's fine. I got this. That's why I wanted to do this to show you how some of this works, Joseph, so you can have a good idea. Like as a DM, I can control a lot of the stuff. So, you're aggressing on the one that shot you? What do you do to it? Okay. Don't worry, it's 15. I turned it back to normal. So 15 match makes. How do you bludgeon this goblin to death? Okay. Well, that just adds to the rudeness, but no problem. Well, apparently, as it had probably doesn't. He was probably taking a drink. That's great. So as the head lands like somewhere off here, you still have, I believe, you only moved 10 feet to get there, so you still have 30 feet. Your bonus action. Let me read martial arts real quick. Martial arts says, when you use the attack action, you can make one unarmed as a bonus action. It doesn't say immediately, so that's my general, like, because some wording says immediately, like you do this and then immediately, like with the 2 attacks and the attack action, you make 2 attacks. Yeah. 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 No. No. That as long as it doesn't say immediately, I tend to allow it to be a move and then do it. Like if it's part of, like when you attack, this happens, then no. But it's when you attack, you can use a bonus action. That tells me you can put something in between. I can try. You got 30 feet left. Uh, you're fine. You can't quite get to one. Uh, you can always. I wouldn't recommend using your second key for that. You used key to dash. Remember, step of the wind to dash forward. The 80 feet. Yep. Though uh, you're right. It's up to you though. That's yeah. You wouldn't be able to attack if you got there, basically. Um. Yeah. Well, they don't know the rogue yet, and the rogue does go before they do. Okay, so bonus action. Do you want to step at the wind or no? Okay, then you're as close as you can get now. Neo.
I'm still gonna be yelling.
Yeah.
Yelling obscenity. I don't like goblins.
Neo. How do you do? Just same as last turn. Okay.
I don't have an option.
So
We need to get you a bow.
boom. He technically has javelins, but I don't. All barbarians have javelins.
I think he can throw his hand axes too.
Okay, so
Allowed to throw those?
I put you back where the feet would be, Nick. Let me pull up your sheet. Javelins are in now. Let me see the range on javelins, though.
Because I thought they had a better range than daggers.
They do. They have 3120. So where you are, Nick, you would have disadvantage, but you could throw.
I mean, hey,
He can't move. He can't move up anymore this turn and still attack.
Right, what I'm saying is if this turn moves up and the next turn you would be he could get a lot closer and not be at disadvantage.
Technically, reckless attack does not say melee. Actually, no, it does. It does later on. It doesn't say at the start. Like I think at the start when you make your first melee attack, it should say, but it says later on you have advantage on melee attacks. So you can either dash forward and attack next turn, or have have disadvantage this turn to attack.
I mean, I had disadvantage. Look how well it worked out. What button do I have to press to throw?
Okay, so on your sheet, I've turned it to disadvantage. You'll see under your hand axe on your attacks, there's a javelin button. The J one. Under attacks, under your great swords. If you nat one, you might hit Gavin.
I didn't even consider that. Oh no.
Okay, turn this off and boom. I just clicked it for you, Nick. 16. And don't you love when disadvantage is canceled out? So which one did you want to hit, Nick? The top or bottom one? Well, the top one's dead. Yeah, how do you throw this javelin? Because you know what a javelin is, Nick.
So I hop back 2 steps as I throw as hard as I can with a slight arch.
I think what we see is how we see this is with the slight arch. We see forgot the name as he's about to pounce as the javelin goes right by his head into the goblin. Yep, you were about to pounce forward to strike, and the javelin just whizzes. You hear it by your ear as it impales the goblin right in the chest, throwing him backwards onto the ground. Did it? No, it didn't skip your turn. You just moved forward. That's right. Okay, I was making sure it didn't skip you, Gavin. Iraq. As I slowly walk over here to grab another drink from my fridge. Okay, so which one did you kill, Kelly? Cause I see that nat 20. There's a lot of 20. Yeah, just again right by this time right by White Fang's ear. You feel the heat from it as it skims right by your head and hits that goblin. Like it's just right by your ear as it hits the goblin. Once again, emulate in it. It falls to the ground on fire. Oh. Kelly, your use of fire is making me have an idea for a magic item for you for later. Oh, fun.
Wait until you start spamming something with Great Bonfire.
There's that too. I like that, but he might have a different save spell. That was a Vox turd. I think at this point, uh, you're off that side. This okay. So this is difficult because this goblin's gonna try to get away. Um, he is going to.
Or at least try to.
I think you hear Theo, a sound of panic from the polar bear as you see fire lick up the side of this wagon, and you see this goblin running.
Oh, they're trying to cut their losses. Oh no.
Polar bear get attack of opportunity on?
He is using Nimble Escape, which uses a bonus action to use the disengage action. He just books it. And that's his whole turn. Theo.
I'm going to take a shot at the one that crit hit me. This is gonna be a standard.
That's the top one. You kill it.
And then I am going to dance around the goblin here. Bear attack it.
It might. Like it might hate the goblins just as much as it hates you. Anything else you do on your turn?
I'll take attack of opportunity and I'll move back just a little bit more. So I'll take that attack of opportunity.
19
That will hit.
for 6 slashing.
And I am bloodied.
Okay. So for anybody watching,
Beyond bloodied.
yeah, for anybody watching or for anybody in this game that doesn't know, what I tend to do is bloodied is half health. That way it's a clear visual, like I'm not metagaming too much by knowing this kind of thing. And then it sometimes will do very bloodied if they're really, really hurt. That's either like a third, a fourth of health left, or maybe just something I feel like you should know. And yeah. So I just wanted to explain that in general. Don't worry, blood washes right out of that. No, chances are he's been slashing the chest. It wouldn't have splashed on outside of the cloak. Not yet. That was your turn. Polar bear's turn. This one panicked by the fire is gonna run off.
Oh, good.
Uh,
Chance to make it a friend.
and this one is gonna continue charging forward. See a goblin and attack the goblin. He's gonna make a bite and a claw, killing the goblin.
Worried about the goblin getting away because I'm hitting him.
Uh,
Oh yeah, that's right. You can.
It's gonna take him a lot of turns to hit that 600 feet.
It is. Aim for his ankles.
He
Dude.
used to be an adventurer during Dungeons and Dragons.
Forgotten. Your turn.
What?
Okay, Goblin. I can basically do nothing because everybody else is dead except for the fucking polar bear, which I'm not going to fuck with.
I mean, you're still stealth, and that polar bear is about. It looks like after it sliced up the goblin, it looked back up at Theo. So you might have to fuck with the polar bear.
Fuck. Oh yeah, he's bloody. We might have to actually do something about that.
You could get up there with your bonuses and then have it sneak into the spot.
Oh yeah, that's true.
30. Standard movement is 30 at least.
So with my bonus action, would I be able to like throw a rapier at it just to like?
You'd be able to throw your dagger. You don't even need to use your bonus action, I don't think, because 20 feet. Let's see. You use 30 feet to get here. And then, yeah, you would have to use your bonus action to get up a bit more, like next to Theo. And then be able to just, like right there, and then throw it. Yeah. Yep, you should be able to just click it. You don't. You actually have advantage because you don't. He doesn't know you're there. Yeah, sneak attack. I clicked everything. Oh, it already did. When you leveled up, it already changed it to 2d6 for sneak. You just no, you just click dagger. 16, that should hit. Let me click on my clicky tool. 16 does 11 damage. That was a low sneak attack, but overall it still did a appreciable amount. So minus 11. As the polar bear is looking bloodied. Now this is the one the other polar bear hit too, so that helped. White Fang. Speaking of chances, your turn. Straight ahead of you. Polar bear is here. Distance rise. You're 100 feet off. You're 95. If you were moving forward, let me grab your token. And you have you're 90 feet of movement away. So you have 40, so you could dash for another 4, or you can't. Or you haven't used it, so you could. So you could get in within 10, but you couldn't get to it. Though it does have to move, so it could move closer to you. So something you could do is if you move forward and dash to your 80 feet, you could always hold an action that if it comes within range, you attack it. But that uses your other key point. You can then just full on dash otherwise and save the key point, but just not have the attack held. Okay. So you dash up 80 feet, and then you throw a dart. 15 does hit, so it takes another 7 damage. Yeah. So it's looking very bloodied, and now it specifically looks at you. Because you just threw your dart at it, and it's sticking out of his shoulder. Nia, do you just continue, Nick?
I'm still dashing.
Okay, so 30 here. Another 30 to get here. Don't worry, Nick. You might get there in 2 turns.
I might be able to kill something else.
Hey, that javelin throw was pretty nice. You could technically it because it's 120, right? So you could disadvantage throw your another one because I believe you get 5. Oh yeah, true. Dash to get up there. Never mind. Yeah, this turn. That's only if he gets a nat 1. And then I roll a percentile because I don't like to be mean. The lower the percentile, the higher the chance. And now I'm a paraplegic. Iraq, your turn. It's fire. His fireballs have been deadly today.
I know.
Yeah, but hey, you killed 2 of the goblins. Like boom, boom. That's not a small accomplishment.
And the
And
explosion fire.
if Theo's lucky, Theo might be able to take down that polar bear before it kills you guys, if it's on low enough health.
Or I can kill the goblins from any point.
Well, speaking of which,
Yeah, actually, yeah, that might be an idea. Yeah.
okay, so it failed that stealth.
You are not escaping.
Just kind of curious where he's going in the first place.
He's just running away. Let me see if it says something specific.
Hey, so if we kill this bear, does anybody else want to close like mine?
I mean, I think the rogue should have one.
More stealth, the better.
Okay. Failing that, they're going to just keep running.
Yeah, but you dash to get up there though.
Yeah. No. Yeah. No. Yeah. I'm moving down. It's another 60 feet away, so just add another 30 feet to that, so 175.
Yeah, he can keep running.
So next up, Theo.
Yeah, I'll take a shot at the bear.
Roll it.
With my teammates around, well, first off, I'm sorry guys, I'm hate to move back.
Hey, at least it's very understandable that the bear probably can't one shot like instant kill you. So there's at least that.
I go for a sharpshooter on the bear.
Because I don't think the bear can do like 30 damage. So in one attack. So, you do actually hit the bear. How do you kill the polar bear? Yeah, no, it only had 10 health left.
I didn't get really high. I say if I got higher on the roll, I would have.
You barely got it.
So it's just a shot into it. Nothing.
Probably where the neck meets the shoulder, and it just like as it's charging forward, slumps to the ground, and like
Preserve as much of the code as possible.
yeah. I mean, there's a dagger and a dart sticking in it, and a couple in it. This one doesn't actually have an arrow in it, but it does have a gash from the other one. That is gone. It ran away. Well, the combat's not over yet because he's still trying to get away. So that was your turn. Forgotten, is there anything you would like to do, or you just throw pass so it can get back to Theo so he can shoot? Okay. Right, Fang, same?
I'm gonna start dashing after him.
Okay, so you can move 80 feet.
I'll catch up in 2 turns.
Neo, is there anything you would like to do, or just pass and let them take their shots?
Drop him,
Can I dash to get closer to them?
Yeah, you can. Alak. Anything you do, or just cause you have a range too, but he might be out of that range. Yeah, just slightly. The bear's dead. Sorry. He's low right this second again. We'll troubleshoot at some point. It's fine.
Use what you did to mine to hit. Fix mine. You can't hurt.
Okay, so you just move forward. Uh, okay. Spirit sword on my desk. That's fine. Yeah, exactly. It's fine. So that's your turn, Iraq? Okay. So once again, he is going to try to hide. Okay. So he is now at least hidden with a number. Is gonna keep running. I'm gonna move him down 10 more feet. To keep after him, I'm gonna like for everybody to shoot him or chase him. I need a perception 1.
Would that even my point? It wouldn't matter.
Um,
You have
you're actively looking for him. There might be a chance like snow hits your eye or something. The sun. The chances are you'll probably still see him and shoot him. Yeah. Well, right thing will at least see him, but yeah. See, you know where he is. He thought he was hidden.
I'm gonna go. Oh.
You miss as you thought you knew where he was. Nick, you don't know where he is. He's gone.
Well, you said we had to roll.
No, for them. For the ones chasing or attacking, basically. Or anybody that wants to know. Forgotten. Pass again. Okay. Right Fang, go ahead. You move your. You,
Wait, no, I didn't use that last key point, did I?
you did to get up to the bear, didn't you?
No,
So you could be a target.
so I could throw.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. No, you did. You dashed up and then threw the dagger.
Oh, okay. I'll just continue dashing then. He can't escape me for long.
Okay.
You throw 20 on him each time, right?
Yeah.
You 20 on him each time.
Okay. So a rock. Do you keep moving forward to everybody? I'm assuming. Okay. Cause if you're chasing after him, you need a perception to see if you can spot him.
He says he moves back up. And we said yep.
Yeah, I see that. I just wanted to make sure. Just I don't want to assume anybody's turn. So moving on. Back to his turn. He's gonna run another. This is. Well, no, he thinks he's hidden. Whether you guys see him or not, you guys haven't hit him. Theo.
Alright, well. I'm just gonna take a normal shot. This one's next less to hit.
well, well, and let's see. He takes the damage.
That would have been a +10.
The kick in the chop is he's bloodied but not dead.
But he's gonna be easier to find.
As that was your shot. Forgot to said they'll pass.
Yep.
Right Fang. Another 80. Neon. Pass again. I'm assuming if I caught up with you guys, so they're running. I'm just gonna cut. Like I'm not gonna make it. He's not. It would. He didn't hide properly from you guys, so I'm not gonna go on 5 more turns. You're gonna catch up to him. First off, there's gonna be a Theo arrow, so we can shoot that arrow, just in case it hits again. 13. Nope, it glances off a piece of his armor. And then there is a Right Fang caught up in time to attack. What?
Goblins are humanoid, right?
Yes.
So that would be a +2 to that 8 + 5. Humanoids are my favorite enemy.
+2 to the damage.
Yeah.
Okay. Still up, but that does make a difference. So. Go ahead, Rifing. You've caught up to them. Okay, so they need. So they need to make what check to?
Athletics.
Or acrobatics?
Acrobatics versus my athletics, and
I mean. Hey, technically, it could still fail because that is an athletics, which there's no crit fails. So if it gets lower than the 8, it's still grappled.
Hope he rolls high and turns the grapple.
No, he just slips right out of your arms. Slips right out of your arm. Will pass back to his turn, where he's going to slash at you twice with his scimitar.
It just sounds like a badass sword, and I know what it is.
15.
it hits.
4, and then 20 for another 5.
Oh boy.
Theo's turn. Theo. 19 hits for just barely more. Like he had 6 hit points. As he's slashing, an arrow just skims your shoulder. God, these guys love to aim real close to you, and hits him right in the hits him right in the head over your shoulder. Combat's over.
You have a shoulder mounted arrow.
Combat is over. None of you guys have fallen this combat. Yay!
I am gonna go up to the nearest goblin.
What was my final health?
At the end of that, with that -9, you had 4 left.
Oh my god, yeah, I was hella bloody.
Which one?
Oh, I'm saying he should lose the crap out of a
Yeah.
character. I'm gonna bow and give it to he has a bow now with arrows.
So you could probably make up a quiver of arrows for that out of all the goblins. They're not the perfect arrows. They'll shoot normal, but they don't look. They very much look like goblin arrows. Yeah. They function the same. Same with the bow. It's very rudimentary looking, but it will do its job.
That way that you don't have to use your dagger and you have a farther attack now.
For Gavin, if you want to, for that, you can just drag a short bow from the eye compendium. I can do it too for you. That. Yeah, no, that's.
Click the eye in the search bar, type in short bow, and then when it comes up, you can drag it onto your character sheet, and it will automatically put it in your character sheet.
Okay, and yeah, you can just drag weapons and stuff over if they're in the compendium. Same with armor and stuff. It will auto put it in and calculate the AC bonus from the armor while it's equipped.
What would be the chance of this finding other polar bears?
It ran off. Besides, you really want to start that fight? Oh, it's completely inferno by now. Yeah. Yeah, it's complete. No, this has nothing to do with that murder.
I know.
As far as you guys know. So, a couple of things. So, let's see, slash. So, for the rest of you guys, what are you doing? You're sifting around. There's really nothing in that tall tower. The one that has iron ingots are the one behind you.
Yeah, I didn't know what there was anything else left over from that big being from me.
And I love Roll20 because I can whisper that to you, Joseph, and now you get to decide to tell them. We did. Go ahead.
If noticing that nothing's gonna come from that cart, I'll go back and see all of that in cart. Anything else?
Uh, Basically, it's a cart that is a bunch of iron ingots on it. Pushing like when you move the cart, you feel that it, it's really heavy. It'll probably take several of you guys to move this. Um, Meta-wise, because adventurers know the weight of everything, the sled is 300, and the iron ingots on top are another 6.
Yeah, his push weight's like 55.
Yeah. In fact, I think the sheet tells me. Um. It doesn't, but I think it's 15 times strength. Yeah, you count. Yeah, you count as large. Well, he counts as large. Oh, is it because you're athletics or a feet? Feet, right?
You can push, drag, or lift any weight up to twice your carrying capacity, or 30 times. While pushing or dragging any excess of carrying capacity equals to 5 feet at a time.
Okay. So yeah, it's 30 times your score. Aren't you both at 18? Okay, so I'll calculate it as 16 just so you have it. But slash r 30 times 16. That right there is half the cart, just you. So yeah, the two of you guys have that. Uh yeah, yours is higher, so you're able to do more, but it's basic. No, you have 18. The score, Nick.
Not the modifier, the score.
He's not even looking at the modifier. He's looking at a save. Go. Yeah. Yep. It's fine. So, what is other people doing while Theo is examining the cart? Okay. And that'll take about 15 minutes. While they're doing everything. Now, what is the game plan now? I know the game plan was to move on, and I can move us back to the other map now that this is taken care of. I know we were talking about moving on to the one city, but now that you have the cart, you can't really be dragging that everywhere. Do you want to?
While we're waiting on everybody, I'm gonna spend a short rest. Spend a hit dice
So you want to spend an hour there?
for a short rest.
Short rest is an hour.
Is it? Yeah, I'm very bloody, so I would like to.
As long as this is for everybody, if there's an hour being spent, and it's probably you guys headed out at noon, got there at about 6 hours. It's probably just getting a little dark now. Uh, uh, well, Nick, I think was saying that because it was getting dark too.
Oh, okay.
It's up to you guys. There's no immediate threats around you, but there is a lot of blood around you, which might attract predators.
Yeah,
Um,
get away from this and then hunker down.
you could. I'm not gonna penalize you for doing that. You guys can do that and long rest. My question, because it is 10, if you guys wanted to, you guys could get back to Bryn Shonda and turn in this quest if you wanted to. Otherwise, I would. That adds to the weight, but they should be able to handle it. It's not too much. I mean, the problem is, Nick, one of the injured one has to pull. After a good night's sleep, Nick, there is no injuries. Cause it. Oh yeah, the night before. Oh okay. So he's saying you got a good night before. Yes.
I mean, if we took a short rest, I'll just pop my 2 hit dice.
What was that, Corey?
For the crits, I know for your the homebrew rules.
Oh, I forgot to do the badass. Yes, you're right.
Because like my crits would have been.
Yeah. Either way, you brought him down, but it wouldn't have hurt him. Yeah. I forgot about it. I apologize.
Well,
Uh, I might be able to. Let me not. Let me No, I understand. Let me head into your longbow. I think I can put the crit damage. So if I just put this as an 8, what this might do is let me fire your longbow a couple times. Try to get a crit. Don't worry, I'll never crit, and this will be fine. But as I'm doing this, you guys can like the game plan to get away in long rest, or eventually I'll get a crit. There we go. Yep. Okay, that works. So if I set, and this can go for any weapon, or the crit damage is 8. That's max weapon damage.
Okay.
So what I did was I set the weapon's crit damage to the max of the die. That way it auto just gives the max die. What it does is it auto gives the crit die max, and then the initial weapon die will be the rolled one. It equals out to be the same thing. Just because that is an issue, and I'm not letting that happen again, because that is a lot of damage. That you maybe potentially not a lot, but it doesn't matter.
One thing that's gonna change is once you start doing. No, that won't change it for this stuff. Never mind. Sorry. No, I was thinking spells. I'm thinking this is
And I'm moving your I mean, why would you do that? You don't have armor. Uh, he loses AC if you do that, Nick. He's like you, Nick. He's like you, where he loses AC if you put on armor. You don't have armor because you lose AC. Moving on to because it's after 10 though. Moving on because it's after 10. You guys take your rest. Do you short rest or long rest, and do you go straight back to Bryn Shonov with this? Because I don't want to keep you guys up a long time, and I just want to help you. Like do this. Okay. So you short rest just in case, I believe, is what some people want. Either way, you get back to Bryn Shonda probably close to the middle of the night, and you're able to find that smithy that the others talked about. You give them you bring them to Hunda and at the tavern you guys initially started at, and help deliver them to the Black Iron Blades, the smithy. They give you your reward that they offer to you, which at the very beginning. Oh, they give you 6 bloodstones. Yes. Who's writing this down so they have it?
Do you guys want
Okay. They are 6 bloodstones worth 50 GP each. Uh, if you can get that price for them, Nick. Just because they're worth that doesn't mean people will give them. Also, the smithy, as you are delivering them, says something along the lines, you guys have done us a good deed, and you'll always have a discount here when you need something from our smithy. It can't give you much, but a 10% should be fine. Like, yeah, now you guys are happy that you guys did. Oh, and by the way, you completed another quest, so you leveled up again. Yes. Yes. Okay. I will put it in your inventory. Uh, let me do this. Let me put it in your inventory first. Hey, Kelly already had his. Okay, now I have to travel way up here past all these marks to see. Okay. Or there is the new ones too. The 2 new barbarians, the Beast Barbarian and the Fey Barbarian. Yeah, it's the beginner friendly one. There's also the Berserker that is the same but slightly less beginner friendly. You're good to go now. Okay, so I'm going I'm going to end my stream now and help my little brother level up and help anybody else level up. We should be back next Sunday, barring any interruptions. And I hope everybody has a good night.